There's something in your house that's quietly working against you. It doesn't make noise, it doesn't move, but it's shifting the energy of your space just enough to make things feel stuck. You work hard, you're careful, you budget, you plan, you try to stay positive, but somehow money slips away faster than it arrives. Promising opportunities get delayed. Simple things start feeling heavy. And deep down, you start wondering, is it just bad luck or is something else going on? Sometimes the block isn't out there. It's not in your job, the market, or the timing. Sometimes the block is in the very objects around you, the things you've walked past 100 times without thinking twice. A stopped clock on the wall, a mirror that's been foggy for months, a plant that quietly dried out in the corner. None of these things scream danger, but energetically they do something subtle but powerful. They hold your home and your momentum in a state of pause. This isn't about superstition. It's about the way your environment mirrors your energy. The same way a cluttered drawer can make your mind feel scattered. Certain overlooked objects can affect how money moves, how motivation flows, and how lightness returns to your day. In today's video, we're going to uncover the silent signals some everyday items are sending out, and why they may be pushing away the very things you've been trying to attract. So before you chase another solution outside your home, let's take a closer look inside it. You might be surprised to realize the shift you've been waiting for doesn't require a big change. It might just require letting go of one small thing that no longer belongs. Part 1, the clock that stopped, and so did everything else. You probably don't notice it anymore. A clock on your wall that's been sitting still for months. The kind you meant to fix but never did. Maybe the battery died, maybe the hands slipped. Now it just hangs there, frozen at a time that no longer matters, in a room that still carries your energy. It seems harmless. But what if that silence is more than silence? What if that stillness is echoing into places you didn't expect? In every home there are subtle messengers, things that speak without words. A stopped clock is one of them. It's not just a decoration, it's a symbol. Time, movement, momentum, the invisible rhythms that guide your days, all of that is mirrored in how your environment behaves. When a clock stops, even if you don't consciously register it, something in your space quietly shifts. And sometimes you start feeling it. A delay in your plans, a lack of motivation. That strange sense of always catching up but never arriving. You try to push through, but life feels sluggish, like walking through water. And you wonder, why does everything feel stuck? Here's what most people don't realize: energy isn't always loud. It doesn't crash through your front door or make dramatic announcements. Often it whispers through details. And a broken clock, especially in key areas like your living room, office, or near the entrance, can carry the energetic imprint of stagnation. It signals that something isn't moving, that change isn't welcome, that time has paused, not in a peaceful, mindful way, but in a way that drains progress without you even noticing. Think about it. A clock is the heartbeat of a space. It ticks through your mornings, your conversations, your quiet moments alone. When it stops, the beat goes flat. You might not hear the silence, but you feel the absence. Decisions take longer. Motivation fades. That "I'll get to it tomorrow" becomes next week, then next month. And slowly, subtly, life begins to stall, not because you aren't trying, but because the flow around you is dulled. Now imagine if that stopped clock is in a space tied to your finances, your home office, the kitchen table where you pay bills, the front hallway where opportunities are meant to arrive. What story is that space now telling? What message is being sent into your financial field? The answer isn't superstition, it's symbolism. And your subconscious listens to it even when your conscious mind doesn't. You see, the environments we create don't just reflect how we live, they reinforce how we feel. If your surroundings carry stillness where there should be motion, your life can begin to mimic that pattern. If your home sends the message, "Nothing's changing," then change begins to feel harder and harder to invite in. The longer you live with something paused, the more that pause becomes your new normal. But here's the beautiful truth. Energy can shift as quickly as your decision to shift it. You don't need to renovate your house or rearrange every room. Sometimes it starts with one tiny act of movement. one battery replaced, one clock reset, one choice to say, I want the energy here to flow again. You might not think that changing a clock could change your day, but energy doesn't move in obvious lines. It ripples. You reset time in one place, and suddenly the rest of your life gets the signal. It's time to move again. You feel it in the ease of your mornings, in the way ideas come back, in the surprising arrival of good news you weren't expecting. Things open up, and if the clock is beyond repair, cracked, jammed, long forgotten, then letting it go is its own kind of healing. There's no need to keep holding onto the weight of something that no longer serves. A stopped clock doesn't need fixing if what you really need is a fresh start. Removing it is a quiet but powerful act of saying, I'm ready for things to begin again. You may not have control over the speed of life, but you do have the power to keep your space alive with forward motion, to fill your home with symbols that speak of clarity, momentum, and grace. Clocks that tick, plants that grow, light that moves, and most importantly, the feeling that time is on your side. So if there's a clock in your home that's stuck, don't ignore it. Look at it like a question. Is this where I paused too? Is this the hour I stopped believing things could change? And what might happen if I finally let it start ticking again? Part 2, the foggy mirror that blurs your own light. There's a mirror in your home that doesn't reflect who you are anymore. You might pass it every day in the hallway, the bathroom, above a dresser, without even noticing what it's quietly doing. Maybe the glass is smudged. Maybe there's a thin film of dust or tiny spots you've stopped trying to wipe away. Maybe it's still perfectly intact, but every time you look into it, something just feels off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but the reflection no longer feels like a place of clarity. It feels like a fog. And over time, that fog doesn't just stay on the mirror. It starts to settle into you. Mirrors are strange, powerful things. We don't just use them to check our appearance, we use them often unconsciously to check in with our sense of self. How am I showing up? What energy am I carrying today? Is this really me? And when the mirror doesn't offer back a clear image, when it distorts, dulls, or fragments, it doesn't just affect how you see your face. It affects how you carry your energy, how you step into your day, how visible or invisible you allow yourself to be. A foggy mirror is a small thing, easy to ignore, but it sends a very specific message into the space around it. There's something unclear here. And when you live with that message long enough, clarity begins to slip away, not just in your appearance, but in your decisions, your self-confidence, even your ability to recognize beauty in small moments. The mirror becomes a background hum of doubt, reflecting not just a faded image, but a faded version of yourself. For many women, especially those of us who have lived full lives, raised families, moved through careers and caregiving and reinvention, mirrors carry more than light. They carry history, they carry memory, and they carry the emotional weight of how we've seen ourselves across decades. That's why when the mirror grows dim, something within us dims a little too. And if you've ever stood in front of a mirror and felt tired instead of inspired, if your first thought was about what's wrong instead of what's radiant, you know exactly what that dimming feels like. But here's where the shift begins. The condition of the mirror is not just a reflection of your home. It's a reflection of what you allow yourself to see. A dusty mirror doesn't just need cleaning. It asks a deeper question. Have I stopped looking at myself with care? When the glass is clean, the light bounces, the image sharpens, and something opens in the space, not just visually, but energetically. It becomes easier to meet your own gaze, to feel present, to say, this is me, and I'm still here. What's more, mirrors don't just reflect. They amplify. In any room, they double whatever energy is already present. That's why a mirror placed across from clutter will multiply chaos. A mirror opposite a dying plant will quietly reinforce lifelessness. But a mirror that's clean, placed thoughtfully and positioned near light, that mirror becomes an ally. It reflects vitality. It opens up a room. It catches morning sunlight and sends it dancing across the walls, reminding you without words that life still moves and sparkles and invites you into it. Of course, not every mirror belongs in every place. If you've ever felt uneasy with a mirror facing your bed, that's not your imagination. Sleep is sacred. It's the only time your conscious mind fully rests, and the presence of a mirror can create a restless undercurrent, as if your energy never truly gets to settle. Likewise, a mirror directly across from the front door can bounce good energy right back out before it ever has a chance to circulate through your space. But the real power of mirrors isn't just where you place them. It's how they reflect you back to yourself, especially on the quiet days, the ordinary mornings, the moments when no one's watching and the only person you need to feel seen by is you. So if there's a mirror in your home that feels dull, distorted, or simply forgotten, pause for a moment. Clean it, not just with spray and cloth, but with attention, with a whisper of intention. I'm ready to see clearly again. Then step back and look, not just at your face, at your energy, at the way the room feels with the light moving through it. Let that clarity remind you that your presence still matters in your home, in your life, in the reflection that's always waiting for you to look. And if the mirror is cracked, even just slightly, don't ignore the message. A crack in glass is a fracture in clarity, a split in the energy field, no matter how small, it says. Something's broken here. You may have told yourself it's no big deal, that you'll get to it later, that it's still mostly usable. But the truth is, broken mirrors rarely fix themselves. And while you wait, their energy continues to ripple. Letting go of a damaged mirror is not wasteful. It's respectful to your space, to your reflection, to your ability to see yourself whole. You don't have to replace it with anything fancy. Just something clean, whole, quietly affirming. A mirror that doesn't just show you what's there, but helps you remember what's always been there, your light. Because sometimes the most powerful shift doesn't come from something new. It comes from seeing clearly again. And all it takes is one clean reflection. Part 3, the dead plant that tells luck to stay away. There's a corner in your home that used to feel alive. Maybe it caught the afternoon sun. Maybe it made the room feel softer. Maybe you once smiled every time you passed it. But now there's a plant sitting there, brittle leaves, dry soil, a stem that leans sideways. You tell yourself it's just a plant, but your body feels something else, heaviness, a slight shift in the air. A small, unspoken sadness that seems to settle in every time you walk by. Dead plants don't just signal neglect, they hold energy. And over time, that energy begins to speak, not in words, but in weight. It starts with the way the room feels dimmer, a little more still, a little less hopeful. Then you notice your own energy feels stuck. You spend more time in bed. You delay things you used to enjoy. You look around and wonder why your home, the place that once comforted you, now feels like it's sitting under a gray sky. It's easy to blame the weather, or your schedule, or age. But sometimes it's something smaller, something sitting silently in the corner, no longer growing, no longer giving, just holding space in a way that blocks flow, dulls emotion, and gently pulls your spirit down with it. A dead plant is more than a house chore you haven't gotten around to. It's a message. In the natural world, plants are vitality. They breathe, they grow, they reach. In your home, they are extensions of that same life energy. When they thrive, the space feels open, fresh, lifted. But when they begin to die and remain in place, they become a visual of what has stopped. They become a quiet reflection of something inside you that may also feel paused, a dream you've let go of, a part of yourself you haven't tended to, a sense of beauty you haven't felt in a while. And it's not just you who feels it. Energy is not invisible to the spirit. Dead plants disrupt the flow of prosperity in a space, especially when placed near the front door where new energy is meant to enter, or in your kitchen where nourishment lives, or beside your workspace where focus and inspiration are needed. In those places, the presence of death, even in the form of a flower vase long past its bloom, creates an energy dip, a kind of emotional flatline that slowly seeps into your routine. You stop opening the windows as much. You stop playing music. You stop inviting people over. Because whether you realize it or not, your home is saying, something here isn't alive anymore. And perhaps the hardest part isn't the plant itself, it's why we keep it. Sometimes we hold on to it because we feel guilty throwing it out. We say, it had such beautiful leaves, or maybe it'll come back. Other times we just stop seeing it. It becomes background, familiar, something we pass by so often that it turns invisible, much like parts of ourselves we've given up on but haven't named. That's what makes it so powerful. The moment we choose to keep something that has already expired, we choose to live with the image of stopped life. And day by day, that image teaches us to settle, not on purpose, just by proximity. But here's where everything can shift. You don't need to feel shame for a wilted plant. You simply need to recognize the message it's sending. And then you get to change that message. Letting go of a dead plant is not failure. It's a cleansing, a clearing, a declaration that your space deserves life again, and so do you. And if you're not quite ready to throw it away, ask yourself honestly, is there a sign of revival, a small green shoot, a soft spot in the stem, a pulse of moisture in the soil? If so, revive it, not out of guilt, but as an act of care. Clean the leaves, give it new soil, place it near real light. Talk to it not out loud if that feels strange, but in energy. Plants respond to presence, they always have. But if the answer is no, if the plant is truly gone, then honor what it gave you and release it. Don't drag out what has already passed. Every object you keep in your home is either helping your energy grow or holding it back. And something that's no longer living cannot carry the frequency of abundance. Replace it with something alive, something resilient. Choose a new plant that feels light, easy, joyful. One you look forward to caring for, not out of duty, but out of connection. A plant that reflects not just growth, but readiness, your readiness. And perhaps most importantly, shift how you see your plants. Don't view them as decorations, see them as invitations. They are proof of life in motion, of energy in action, of nature reminding you that everything, including you, is meant to rise again and again. So walk through your home today and notice what's no longer living, not with judgment, with honesty. Let that honesty become clarity, and let that clarity become movement, not just for your plants, but for you. Because sometimes the first step toward abundance isn't earning more, doing more, or chasing harder. It's simply making space for something to live again. And that begins with knowing what's already gone. Part 4, the cracked bowl at your dinner table. There's a bowl in your cabinet with a tiny chip on the edge. It's the kind you barely notice until you run your finger across it or sip from it and feel the edge isn't quite smooth. Maybe it's been there for years. Maybe you still use it not because you love it, but because it still works. It holds food. It hasn't completely broken, so it stays. But every time you place it on the table, a quiet message comes with it. Something here is no longer whole. A cracked bowl doesn't shout for your attention. It whispers. It tells a story about what you're willing to accept, not just in your kitchen, but in your life. It seems harmless. After all, it's just a dish. But in a space where meals are shared, memories are made, and nourishment is exchanged, everything you place on the table carries more than food. It carries energy. It holds presence. And a cracked bowl can slowly begin to reflect a cracked relationship with abundance. Every meal is more than just sustenance. It's a ritual of receiving from the earth, from your own hands, from the people you love. The plates you choose, the bowls you use, the cups you offer, they all say something, even if no one speaks a word. So what does it say over and over when we serve food in something broken? What does it quietly teach us about what's good enough? What does it reinforce about what we deserve to hold, to share, to keep? For many people, especially women who have spent their lives putting others first, this is not just about a bowl. It's about a habit of making do, of patching instead of replacing, of pouring into others even when your own cup is cracked. And while there's beauty in resilience, there's also danger in overextending it. Because at some point, the message becomes internalized. I can still function, even when something in me is damaged. And that's not strength, that's quiet exhaustion disguised as duty. The energy of broken items is subtle but strong, especially when those items sit at the center of your family life. Your dinner table is a place of grounding, of rhythm, of reconnection. When a cracked bowl appears again and again, it becomes a symbol not of usefulness, but of disruption. A reminder that something is being held together that maybe shouldn't be. A sign that you're tolerating just a little too much. Now think about what cracked objects say to your subconscious over time. They don't just reflect physical imperfection, they suggest emotional hesitation. They send the message, "This is all I need, this is all I'm worth." Even when you're not thinking those thoughts directly, your environment is repeating them in small, persistent ways. And in terms of energetic flow, cracked items become leaks. They don't hold the fullness of energy. They slowly let it drain out financially, emotionally, spiritually. But what's powerful is this. Replacing a cracked bowl isn't about the bowl. It's about interrupting the story. It's about choosing to be surrounded by wholeness. Choosing to receive food, love, abundance in vessels that are intact, beautiful, and strong. And no, that doesn't mean they have to be expensive, but they should be cared for. They should feel clean, sturdy, and pleasing to hold. Because when your hands are holding something whole, your heart starts to remember how that feels too. For some, there's resistance here. Throwing something away can feel like waste, especially if you grew up being told to fix what's broken, to stretch what you have, to never be too picky or too wasteful. But there's a difference between gratitude and self-denial. You can be grateful for what something gave you and still know when it's time to let it go. You can release it with respect, with a quiet thank you. And in doing so, you create space for something better. Not because you're greedy, but because you're ready. So go to your cabinets. Open the drawer you've ignored. Look closely at what you've been eating from, serving from, living with. Ask yourself, does this feel whole? Does this feel like it belongs in the life I'm building now? And if the answer is no, don't hesitate. Because the longer you use something broken, the more you teach yourself to live with fracture. The more you say, "This will do," instead of, "I deserve better." And this is the truth. You don't need a brand new kitchen or a designer set of plates to feel abundant. You just need to choose the things around you with care. You need to let every meal be a moment of presence, not perfection, but presence. A reminder that your home deserves wholeness, and so do you. Because sometimes the most powerful transformation doesn't begin with a bold new step. It begins at the dinner table, with one small, cracked bowl finally gone. Part 5, the torn wallet that reflects your financial chaos. You probably don't think about it much. Your wallet, that little object you carry every day. It holds your ID, a few cards, maybe a note, a coin, a photo from years ago. You open it at the grocery store, at the post office, at the gas station. It's with you more than most things. But when was the last time you really looked at it? Not just to find something, but to notice what it says about how you handle money, and how money handles you. A wallet isn't just a tool, it's a mirror. It reflects how you relate to abundance, to worth, to what you allow yourself to receive. A torn wallet with frayed edges, a broken zipper, worn-out leather, or faded color sends out a quiet message every time you touch it. My finances are an afterthought, and energy listens, even when you're not speaking aloud. Energy watches the way you treat the things that represent value, and it responds accordingly. You wouldn't serve guests a drink in a cracked glass. You wouldn't give a gift wrapped in a dusty old bag. But you keep your money, your literal symbol of exchange, choice, freedom, in something you haven't cared for in years. And over time, that neglect doesn't just show up in your wallet. It shows up in your bank account, in the guilt you feel when spending, in the hesitation you carry when receiving. The outside mirrors the inside always. Now think about what lives inside that wallet. Are there old receipts from stores you've long forgotten? Expired coupons? Business cards you never called? A gift card from 3 birthdays ago? What kind of energy are those things holding? Clutter, indecision, memories that never turned into moments. And most of all, stuckness. When money has no order, no direction, it becomes confused energy. It doesn't know whether it's coming or going. It starts to leak. And you feel it in the overdraft notice, the late fee, the missed opportunity you didn't quite understand. There's a reason why, in many cultures, the wallet is seen as a sacred container, not because of the cash it carries, but because of the relationship it represents. Every time you reach into your wallet, you're participating in a silent ritual. You're saying, I'm ready to receive, I know what I have, I trust this flow. But when the wallet itself is damaged, messy, or mistreated, that ritual gets broken. And slowly, your connection to money becomes laced with anxiety. So if your wallet is torn, even just a little, ask yourself, what am I holding onto here? Why am I keeping something that doesn't reflect who I am or what I desire? If it's because it still works, pause. So do a lot of things that don't serve you anymore. If it's because you haven't found the right replacement, ask, what would it feel like to choose something that makes me feel calm, capable, and clear every time I touch it? Replacing your wallet isn't about vanity. It's about alignment. It's about setting the tone for how you want money to arrive, stay, and grow in your life. Choose a wallet that feels good in your hands, that opens smoothly, that fits what you need and nothing more. Don't stuff it. Don't suffocate it with papers and backup cards and tiny scribbled notes from a year ago. Create space, literal and symbolic, for clarity to live there, for ease to move in. And then, place one thing inside that signals abundance. A crisp bill you don't plan to spend. A small handwritten word, prosperity, peace, enough. A single gold coin, a pressed flower, a photo that reminds you of joy. Let it be a quiet anchor, a private contract between you and the universe. I'm ready to honor the energy of money, and I ask it to honor me back. Also think about where you store your wallet. Is it buried under other things, tossed in the car, left near clutter or receipts or trash? That placement speaks. Make space for it in a drawer, a pouch, a clean corner of your bag. Let it have dignity, not because money makes you better, but because how you hold your money reflects how you hold your life. Here's the deeper truth most people miss. Money isn't just about numbers. It's about readiness. It's about energy. And when you clean up the small, physical spaces around money, your wallet, your bills, your drawers, you send a strong, clear message to the universe. I'm available now, I'm trustworthy, I'm paying attention. And energy, it always listens. So today, go find your wallet, don't judge it. Just notice it, feel it, ask what it's been holding, and ask yourself, is this how I want to receive abundance moving forward? If the answer is no, don't wait for a better time, make the change, replace it, clean it. Simplify it, respect it. You'll be surprised how quickly the flow around you begins to shift. Because sometimes, healing your finances doesn't start with a budget, a raise, or a lucky break. Sometimes it starts with a torn wallet. And the moment you finally choose to stop carrying the energy of lack. Part 6, the clothes that don't fit who you are anymore. There's a shirt in your closet you haven't worn in years. It's tucked behind the others, a little faded now, maybe a loose thread or two. You don't wear it, but you don't throw it out either. You tell yourself, one day I might want it again, or it still fits, technically. But deep down, you know the real reason it's still there. It's a version of you, one you haven't worn in a long time. Our clothes carry more than fabric. They carry memories, moods, mindsets. They hold the shape of who we were when we bought them, a particular age, season, body, belief. That's why letting go of clothes can feel harder than it should. Because when you hold that blouse or zip up that old jacket, it's not just an outfit. It's a mirror of a time, a phase, a feeling you haven't fully said goodbye to. But here's the truth. When you keep wearing clothes that no longer reflect who you are, or worse, when you keep clothes that make you feel like you're waiting to become someone else, you send out a very specific signal, not just to yourself, but to your entire energetic field. You say, I'm not fully living where I am. I'm still holding space for someone I used to be or someone I hope to become someday. Think about that pair of jeans you've been saving for when you lose weight, or the dress that no longer feels like you, but it was expensive, so you keep it. Or the sweatshirt you throw on every night, not because you love it, but because it's easy and no one sees you anyway. These aren't just clothing choices. They're silent affirmations. They shape how you feel in your own skin. They determine whether you shrink or stand tall. They decide whether you're expressing yourself or hiding from yourself. And let's be honest, the clothes we wear when we're alone might matter even more than the ones we wear in public. Because that's when we tell the truth. That's when we say without saying, "This is what I think I deserve when no one's watching." And over time, that message settles into your bones, into your posture, into your belief in what kind of energy you're meant to carry. A closet full of outdated, unfitting, unloved clothing is not just clutter. It's a museum of identities that no longer serve you. It holds onto hesitation. It holds onto versions of yourself you've outgrown or never really became. And when your environment keeps echoing the past, it becomes much harder to live fully in the present. But here's the shift, and it can happen fast. You don't need a new wardrobe. You don't need to spend a dime. You just need to walk into your closet with honesty and ask, piece by piece, does this reflect who I am today? Does this support the energy I want to live in now? When I wear this, do I feel comfort, clarity, confidence, or something else entirely? Some pieces will make you smile. Keep those. Some will feel neutral, maybe practical. Keep those too for now. But anything that makes you feel not enough, anything that you're keeping for guilt, for maybe, for someday, those are the ones to release. Not because they are bad, but because they are whispering an old story, and you don't need to live in that narrative anymore. And don't underestimate what happens when you make this shift. When you wake up and your clothes actually reflect your mood, your stage of life, your essence, something begins to settle inside you. Decision fatigue fades. You stand differently in your mirror. You walk through your day with a little more lightness, because there's no longer a disconnect between what you feel and what you wear. There's alignment. And alignment always creates flow in energy, in opportunities, in self-trust. If it helps, start small. Choose 3 outfits that make you feel like your best, truest self, even if it's just a simple t-shirt that fits well, pants that feel right, or a soft cardigan that makes you exhale when you put it on. Create a space in your closet for those pieces. Let them become your go-tos, not out of obligation, but out of joy. Let them remind you every morning, this is who I am now and I like her. And for the rest, bless them, thank them. Then let them go, because clearing space in your closet is never just about tidying. It's about release. It's about making room for clarity, for comfort, for the version of you that no longer needs to shrink into an old skin, but is finally ready to take up space exactly as she is. Because sometimes, the most powerful form of healing isn't changing your body, your job, or your relationships. It's changing what you wrap yourself in. It's putting on something that fits who you are now, and realizing you don't have to wait to feel good in your own life. You just have to stop dressing like you're stuck. Final, you've made it this far, and that means something. Not just that you've watched a video, but that, somewhere deep inside, you're ready for something to shift, and not in a loud, dramatic way, but in the quiet, powerful way that change often begins with awareness. What we've explored together today may seem simple: a clock that's stopped, a mirror that's foggy, a plant that's wilted, a cracked bowl, a torn wallet, a closet full of past versions of you. But these aren't just things. They are signals. Each one in its own way tells a story about what's been allowed to sit too long, about where energy has been held back, where beauty was forgotten, where movement was paused. And the truth is, your environment is never neutral. It's always shaping you, gently guiding your energy, your focus, your feelings. That's not mysticism. That's neuroscience. It's pattern recognition. It's emotional association. It's the way our brains and bodies respond to what surrounds us every single day. So when you remove what's broken, you also remove the message that you have to live with brokenness. When you release what no longer reflects you, you make space for the woman you've quietly become. And when you bring care and attention not to just your finances or your relationships, but to the objects around you, you begin to live with intention. You begin to breathe differently in your own space. That is the foundation of healing. It's not about perfection. It's not about having a Pinterest-ready home. It's about energy that feels alive, aligned, and yours. It's about waking up in a space that supports your clarity instead of clouding it. It's about coming home to yourself, not just emotionally, but physically. And that starts often with one small decision to let something go. So as we close, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being the kind of person who stays until the end, who listens, who reflects, who's brave enough to look around and say, I think I'm ready to live a little lighter now. And whatever part of this message spoke to you, even just one small thing, I hope you hold on to it gently. You don't have to clear everything out at once. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. But if something in you whispered, yes, during this video, listen to that whisper. Because that's not just you hoping. That's you remembering. You are allowed to live in a space that feels good. You are allowed to clear out what weighs you down. You are allowed to make room for beauty, softness, and light. And I hope truly that you do. Thank you for being here. Take good care of your home and even better care of your heart. We'll talk again soon.